Freedom of will. Such an interesting concept. So well painted in Disco Elysium. Now, if you haven't heard about the game, you're basically a detective who, for one reason or another, alcoholism, has lost all of his memories after a 3-day drinking sesh. Ain't I a lovely specimen? Basically gets him reincarnated into the same body, no mind. And he now has to find out who he is, what it is, why he is. Now, one of the main things in the game is the fact that when you go through the story and talk to people, you develop these thoughts, like, a normal person does. But since you're rediscovering the world for the first time, they tend to be quite extreme. Whether it's you discover what money is and reject it completely for anarchism, or you can even go with feminist theory, socialism, a full-on capitalism, accepting and endorsing the aristocracy, because you choose everything you think, as with normal people, but minus the biases, minus the extra thought process. Why would I choose this? What's good about it? Is it bad? Do I just want to be an asshole? That's almost all gone. You only have yourself, and for some reason your organs who talk to you. Yes, they do talk to you.
Inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
No ex-wife. I've never had one, but perfect.
An awareness creeps up.
It is the most wacky thing I've ever heard and seen, but it passes so well for this absolutely chaotic, destroyed himself police officer who's quite the looker, I might say. And it's not just because I kind of look like him, which is a pretty depressing thought, because it's like looking into the future without even being there yet. Small balloon in the middle of my face. That kind of looks like me a bit. If I what's the pose? I gotta remove my glasses. I just have to shave this part of my beard, and I think being handsome is the one thing that's going for him. Yes, you're very handsome. An absolute stallion. But apart from that, his life is in ruins. What he's gained in a matter of looks, he's lost in matters of workplace respect. For some reason, his colleagues hate him. Certainly it wouldn't be the alcoholism and the many problems he causes at his cases, ignoring a body sitting in a backyard that's being hanged like a week ago. No, those couldn't be the ones. And maybe losing some very valuable possessions during his investigation. But I won't give you that type of spoilers. No worries.
It's you.
Oh, he sounds so disappointed. I guess I'm a menace even outside of the hotel.
Firewalker? Oh, yes, you are. Just don't breathe in the general direction of your fire feet. Actually, wait. Do exactly that. Put yourself out of your misery. Take a deep, diaphragmatic breath in and...
I already gave that a go 3 nights in a row. It didn't work.
I'm the most serious person at the station, detective. Now, do you have any current, pressing medical problems?
Now, obviously, you're not bound to take the chaotic route. I mean, you can be this bundle of chaotic thought processes that nitpicks every obsolete tiny detail in all of the dialogue options, or you could be the absolute example of orderly execution of anything you do. And that actually plays quite well into the idea of our protagonist getting absolute freedom of will, because he isn't himself. He's whatever he wants to be at that specific moment in the absolute present. That's all that he has. He has no past and no idea of his future. He doesn't even know his name for a good part of the game. And because he's basically having a conversation with all of his organs, which is essentially his subconsciousness, most of his addictions do pop back up. And the fact that he can just cut them out instantly without any visible mental repercussions like a standard person would do with addiction, just really paints a very nice picture of how being a blank slate with no idea or recollection of what you are, with just some nagging thoughts at the back of your head, could really channel up more decision. You've got absolute decision because it arises from uncertainty. Like, for example, there's a scene at the start where his subconscious is literally trying to get him to lick alcohol of a counter. And the only option I have left...
That black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
I am a superstar. A superstar runs on alcohol, so pretty long it's drink o'clock.
It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there. Not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself. Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get the goddamn rum and lemonade to yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter.
Lick it, but only a little. My drinking hasn't turned out. Now, apart from making the obvious joke over here, this uncertainty is making him into the ultimate skeptic. Because he's just nothing. He's nothing. He only knows he's maybe alive. It's still under debate. He isn't even sure. But that is also his greatest weapon. And even later in the game, we find out that his colleague has some very interesting theories about why he did this. Obviously, I won't spoil it. And hopefully you'll check out the game to see exactly what that's about. But do be careful, because it tries to kill you at every point.
On your retinas. It's almost pleasurable. You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse radiating chest pain. Dude, this is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving.
Was I seriously damaged from trying to get my tie? Or am I getting a heart attack?
For quite a long...
Now, if you hadn't placed your points correctly at the start and you only had 1 HP, that'd be game over. That was my first playthrough. And precisely because of this chaos, it got me so entranced into the game. And I recommend it 100%. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And hopefully I'll see you here again next time. Bye bye.